For today's CyberCEO episode,
𝗙𝗕 does a lot. She's our super stalker. I'll tell her to we need to know everything about this address. Tell us everything about it. And she'll just, get on there, and she's excellent at research and finding all that. And she's really thorough at putting out spreadsheets that we need. I never have a day where I'm like, who do I need to reach out to today? Who should I call? What letter should I send out? It's already loaded, and I've got hundreds of leads that I can keep pushing out. She is just awesome. I give her a million hearts. She is great, and I love her personality and her promptness and her professionalism. We greatly appreciate her.
welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our Cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Mimi, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good.
Perfect. Now, we're very excited to have you on the show. I know you're very busy, so really appreciate you being here. Now, to start things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners just like yourself, so I need your help. Can you tell us something about yourself and your business, Mimi?
Something about myself. Well, I am in Texas, San Angelo, Texas. We've lived here 5 football seasons. My husband coaches college football, so I count everything in football seasons. So I was new to the area. This is the 8th place we've lived. And so I needed a lot of help just talking to strangers and generating business from a totally new town person or, citizen in this city. So
how about the business? So how long have you been running your own business, Mimi?
Well, 5 football seasons here in San Angelo, and then I sold real estate back in 2007 and 8 in 2 different states in the Midwest.
So collectively then, still a lot of experience in the business though. Now, how about working with someone virtual, just like what you're doing with 𝗙𝗕, your Cyberbacker? Is this your first time to do it?
It's not my first time working with someone virtual. No, it's my first time working with a virtual administrator though, so she does a lot of, before it was just partnerships, I guess, virtually. I feel like we're still in a partnership with 𝗙𝗕. But with the time change, definitely a first.
Time changes, time differences with you and your Cyberbacker. I'm assuming that's a lot, different hours, of course. Now, was it a big change though? I know in the real estate business, we're all kind of used to working with people that we can meet face to face most of the time. Now, everything's going a bit more virtual. So how was the transition for you personally?
I think it's been really good for our team. She is just excellent at what we have her do, and she's very quick at learning and receptive. And so virtually, I feel like, the time change is more hard on her, I think personally, because I don't even know how many what hour in the morning it is. But she's always if we need to call her or instant message her or jump on a Zoom call, she's always, here's the link, ready to go. So we haven't missed a beat, virtually.
There we go. Didn't miss a beat. Everything's going great so far. Now, I forgot to ask earlier though, how did you find out about Cyberbacker? Who told you about us?
Okay. So a long time ago, back when Game Show, I have not done Game Show in a really long time, or is it called
Game Room?
There we go. Game Room. I was one of the very first people in Game Room. And so when that first launched with Craig, that's how I started learning about Cyberbacker. So way back when, that was probably 4 years ago when Game Room started.
Yeah.
There were 5 of us who were consistently going, and I'm sure they go now, but my schedule's changed a little bit. So that's how I first heard of it.
There we go. Again, kudos to our game room team over there again for doing a great job with that, of course. Now, let's talk more about your Cyberbacker experience. Then, first thing that you had to go through before you got to work with Suzette was go through our hiring process, interviews on Zoom, communicating with our career backers. How did that experience go for? How was it?
I think it was good. I had a very particular role that I needed to fill. And I had heard about Suzette and she checked all of the boxes. So I think for me, the process was probably a little bit different for hiring someone. But as far as setting things up on your guys' end, it was pretty easy.
Easy.
You guys are very persistent, which I know you guys are trained a lot. So there are a lot of calls, a lot of follow-up on your guys' end. It's hard to get you guys out of my mind because you were, following up a lot. But no, it was great, and you're very thorough.
Yes, perfect. Now, talk to me about Suzette. Then during that process, how did you know that she was the perfect cyberbacker for what you needed for your business? Then, Mimi.
So I have a colleague who was also using Cyberbacker, and we run our businesses really similarly. And so she had told me, kind of the resources and leverage she's used. And so I was like, well, it's exactly what I need. And so that's how I found her.
All right. So just a perfect match right from the start then. Now, more about your Cyberbacker. Talk to me about tasks then. What do you have Suzette do for you in the business? The tasks that you need help with?
Like I said, I'm new to the city. And so I don't have the relationships a lot of the other agents do. So a lot of my business comes from cold calls, expired listings, circle dialing. And so Suzette does a lot of she's our super stalker. I'll tell her to we need to know everything about this address. Tell us everything about it. And she'll just, get on there, and she's excellent at research and finding all that. And she's really thorough at putting out spreadsheets that we need. So she helps me with basically, I never have a day where I'm like, who do I need to reach out to today? Who should I call? What letter should I send out? It's already loaded, and I've got, hundreds of leads that I can keep pushing out. So,
gosh. So she helps in a lot of ways, and basically anything you throw at her then, basically.
Yeah, so she does. She actually just stepped into the other role of helping me with all of our transactions.
Wow.
So I had a physical person here before doing all of our transaction coordinating, communicating a lot with all of our inspectors, things like that. Because I do have a full-time, she's the director of marketing and client relations for our team. So I have a physical person here who helps me with that. So with Suzette, I think with the time difference and also a little bit of the language barrier, it was easier for us to take some of the communication with lenders and with inspectors, because some of the verbiage is hard to understand, the lingo. Yeah. So we scaled back, and she's doing a lot of the physical, uploading, making sure documents are signed, not having to read through all this stuff legally, but just making sure boxes are checked off and uploading it through compliance. And so she does part transaction coordinating, and then mainly I would say 80% lead generation for us.
Gosh, so 80% lead generation, now transaction coordination, again, paperwork right there. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been working with Suzette?
Hold on. We've been working with her, I want to say, was it before Christmas or maybe after Christmas? I can't remember.
A few months so far.
Yes.
Few months. New partnership. So just wanted to know though, because here in the talk, Cyber CEO, one of the things we love about working with our clients like you is hearing about fantastic results that you've achieved since partnering with your Cyberbacker. So sharing those success stories with our audiences can be incredibly inspiring and educational, mostly for a lot of our listeners. So can you tell us about one of your biggest wins so far the past few months that you've been working with your Cyberbacker, or any numbers that could that has been an impact to the partnership with Cyberbacker so far?
I think the biggest value that she's brought, I mean, she has alleviated a lot of lead gen time that we were spending on trying to figure out the lists that we needed to reach. And so now 𝗦cy and I are able to intimately be there more for our clients instead of being behind the scenes doing all of the other research on, okay, we need 50 names in this neighborhood, all that kind of stuff. And so I think our client experience has really elevated because she's able to take a lot of that off our backs to free up our time to meet more face-to-face with clients.
Right there, and build more relationships and keep the business growing, right? I think that's really the most important thing in real estate, just building those relationships, not doing the paperwork, not doing the back end, but you still have to do them. So have your Cyberbacker do that for you, right?
Right.
Yes. Now, about the partnership though, I know it's only been a few months that you've been working with your Cyberbacker. How about communication? I'm a strong believer that communication is very important in any kind of partnership or relationship. How about you? How do you do that with your Cyberbacker? How important is communication in a virtual partnership just like this one?
I mean, it's incredibly important. We have systems of doing everything and we have scripts of doing everything. And I think that every time we incorporate a new system, we also use this program called Monday. And so it tracks all of our communication, and we use Google Chat or Spaces, whatever it's called. And then we meet pretty regularly, at least on Zoom a few times a month to ask her, okay, how is this going? Are we needing to communicate better? So I feel like we're always adjusting to make it more smooth. It's not like it's rocky, but it's all kind of brand new. I feel like, it's only April, so we've had her 4 months. So it's constantly just figuring out what works best for us and how to track progress on all our transactions. So I would say the communication has been quite good, because we can track everything and she knows where to put stuff. And, but we're constantly trying to see what works.
And again, the constant improvement, the constant mindset of the growth, of course, of the business and the partnership that you have. I think that's the most important thing, especially now that it's just starting, just a few months in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, one last thing, and for sure, once we have this on social media, your Cyberbacker is going to be able to listen and watch this. So was wondering, do you have any special messages or a quick shout out you'd like to give out to your awesome Cyberbacker?
She is just awesome. I give her like 1,000,000 hearts. She is great. And I love, her personality and her promptness and her professionalism. I think it was really finding the right person that fits with your team is the most important. And Suzette just fits in great with us. And so we greatly appreciate her. And I want her to win some of those contests. We're super competitive. We were all watching on Zoom. We're like, come on, Suzette's name's going to be spun for that, whatever the last one was.
Oh, so
next one.
Really there. Yeah. Of course, soon probably win more prizes with you and your Cyberbacker. We're very excited to see the continued growth of this partnership, obviously. And again, Mimi, thank you very much for dropping by today. I had fun talking to you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.